One of my favorite flows is the Apocalypse flow. Its creation was inspired by my good friend John Sinclair, who is the director of programming of ViPR PRO. I'm using the new ViPR PRO here, and if you haven't had a chance to use one of these, I highly suggest you do. The concept that drives the value behind this tool is called loaded movement training. It's exactly what it sounds like: three-dimensional, dynamic movement, and loaded. It's a type of strength training that complements a lot of the linear, traditional type of training we do in the gym today. This flow is easy to learn and fun to perform. There are 5 loaded movements that get you long and strong in shifting mass for some great agile strength. With chops, uppercuts, grabs, stabs, slashes, and blocks, this flow will get you ready for the apocalypse and surviving those zombie attacks. Start with a 6 or 8 kilo ViPR or ViPR PRO, and make sure to practice each movement until you feel proficient and confident. Start slow when chunking the flow together. Start with the first 2 movements, then add the third, and so on. Make sure to initiate your movements with your hips and guide the momentum of the load. In other words, don't try to muscle it. Movement 1 is a chop to uppercut step. Holding the ViPR PRO in the neutral position, reach down long across the side of one knee as you simultaneously squat. As you stand and step forward with each opposite foot, make an uppercut motion, bringing the ViPR PRO to the shoulder and parallel to the floor. Return to the starting position, making a chopping motion down. Repeat on one side, then practice on the other. Movement 2 is the halo. This is a simple circling motion around your head, and if you've been following our series, I covered the halo movement in more detail. So if you need help, refer back to the ViPR Halo block chop flow. Movement 3 is the grab and stab. Loaded movement is based around shifting mass or load through gravity, as opposed to lifting it directly up and down. As you step in a direction, shift the ViPR PRO long with your arms, either in a downward direction for the grab, or an upward direction for the stab. Again, to work on your strength, go slow with the control of your movement and the mass. Movement 4 is the slash. Think of the ViPR PRO as a sword, and make a slashing motion as you let your feet pivot and turn 90 degrees. I've included 2 ways to practice the motion. Start with the one side and then progress to the reciprocating motion. Be sure to hinge your hips as you step and slash down across the body. Movement 5 is the block. This is another movement that I covered in the ViPR Halo block chop flow. This movement gets the ViPR up overhead and shifting it from side to side. The flow is 5 movements and it is organized like a pyramid. In other words, you'll do the movements on one side of your body and then repeat it on the other side to complete the flow. The pattern is as follows: chop, uppercut, halo, grab, stab, slash, block, block. Then repeat on the other side, starting with the chop on the opposite side of the body. Once you've learned the flow, you can progress and utilize the flow in different ways. The power challenge. Use a lighter load and move with speed. The strength challenge. Use a heavier load and move with a smooth rhythm. The METCON challenge. Use a mono load and keep flowing for 2 minutes. The tool challenge. Use a tool of your choice, like this example, using a sledgehammer.